Hey guys, we're back, and I have to say we're not back on a different day because my daughter was like, they're gonna think we're dirty, and we're doing it on a different day. So no, it's the same day. We're just going to do another presentation, but our presentation this time is going to be for books for Black History Month for younger readers. So are you excited?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You don't read these books anymore. Oh, no, you read them to your sister now, don't you? Okay, so you have to give me your opinion and like which ones your sister likes. Can you do that?
Mm-hmm.
I read too, but no one wants to hear from mom. You can get a child's opinion. So these are the books that we have in our home. Once again, like the preteen and young adult books, some of them are by Black authors, and some of them just have representation of Black children and a variety of different children and ethnicities to make sure you bring that into your home. So this is how we celebrate Black history every day in our house. So hopefully you can take some into your home. So our first is Hats Off to Hair. This is a book all about all the different types of hair that come in the world. This is by Virginia Kroll, illustrated by K Life. Really? You want to put your hand up? So I really like this book because it actually talks all about
It
all
has different cultures
children
and different types of hair and different ethnicities, different races, and it just tells you about all different countries and how they wear their hair and how that symbolizes their country or continent or city or anything like that.
So no, this is not specifically a book on Black history, but I always like to say that it is representation matters all throughout the year. So it's a big thing to make sure that you can have, see that cultures are from everywhere. So we really like this book. The kids like it. They actually explain where some of the hairstyles come from in different cultures. So I really do care for this book a lot. This is, my baby loves her afro. She has her hair pressed right now, but she is an afro fan. So I definitely got this book for her. This book is by Crystal Swain Bates. It is Big Hair, Don't Care. So really cared for this book. And it really talks all about Afro girls' hair. This another little girl named Lola. Lola has really, really big hair, much bigger than the other kids at her school, but that doesn't stop her from telling anyone who will listen just how much she loves her hair. It's not, this should be Layla, not Lola, because Layla tells everybody she loves her hair. So this book is designed to boost the self-esteem and build confidence in girls with natural hair. There is a stigma still that exists for little Black girls with natural hair. So that is a good way to make them feel better about their hair, because this one, she doesn't want hair. Like she wants her hair to be temporarily straight, but she's
not all the time. I can't do that. That's too much.
So this book is another book by Crystal Swain Bates. And this one is designed to boost self-esteem and build confidence in children of all ages. This is Naturally Me. Once again, it has a lot of diverse pictures. It has some great art in here. But she does a lot of books concentrating on
and this one is the same author as the last book, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, that's what I just said.
Yeah. I said that.
You know them kids don't listen.
No, because I said I already said it talks about cultures, and you had to rethink it.
Here, Layla's gonna do this book for you guys.
This one is The Day You Begin, and it's about a Black girl that went to a school with different people.
A new school.
Yeah, a new school. And
it's by Jacqueline Woodson. And it's illustrated by Rafael Lopez. And it has some really cool art in it. It's a really nice book, and it kind of just talks about the nerves of the first day of school and being the new kid. How many times have you done that? How many times have you been the new kid? Lost track?
Five or six times.
All right.
It's a lot.
So this was one of Layla's favorite. I think Layla loves anything that says somebody's going to be the president and they look like her. So I don't know.
I don't
This
even know. I don't even know.
you remember? You don't remember this? You maybe.
I remember it. I just don't know if she's black.
So this is written by Kelly Tupuccio, and the pictures are by Luyen Pham, and I think I said that right, but this is Grace for President. So this is all about being school president, and it's a pretty cool book. It's got some diversity in there. Next book is a child's book all about Nelson Mandela. The words in the painting are by Kadir Nelson. How did you feel about this book?
His son or daughter?
Is Kadir Nelson his son or daughter? Let's see. I don't think so. I just think they have. That's his first name, baby. Nelson Mandela. His last name is Mandela. So this person's last name is Nelson. So.
I like this book a lot. It tells you about Nelson Mandela, and it has his art and everything. It's a really nice book.
It's a beautiful book.
It has really good illustration, and yeah. And protests.
It does talk about the protests and the fight against apartheid, but it's very kid friendly. She didn't get sad on this one, so she did kind of get sad on this one, but it's the sit-in.
Well, I guess it's kind of a kid's book, but I would recommend like ages 8 to 7, not 6
7 to 8, not 5.
Yeah, because they will be like, I don't know.
It might be hard to,
Yeah, it's gonna be harder to understand, but when you're 7 or 8, you'll be able to understand and comprehend it.
This is by Andrea Davis Pinkney, and illustrated by Brian Pinkney. This is how 4 friends stood up by sitting down. So this is a book about fighting against segregation. This book it won the Flora Stieglitz Strauss Award for Nonfiction in 2011. In 2011, it won the Carter G. Woodson Award. In 2011, it also won the Jane Addams Children's Book Award. And it had
in 2011, it won the notable Social Studies Trade Book for Young People.
There you go. So it has a lot of awards on that book. This is a scholastic book, and it's about the Underground Railroad. And this is another Kadir Nelson. Kadir Nelson has beautiful art.
It's very realistic.
And this is Henry's Freedom Box. If you don't know, there is an older man that did mail himself to freedom. But I'll be talking about him. But the art, once again, the art in this book is breathtaking. It's beautiful. And even if you don't like the stories, and sometimes the stories can be uncomfortable, there are definitely things that we need to know about to ensure that we do not repeat the same history. So this is the man who mailed himself to freedom. This is a real story. So you start reading about this, you can read about that man. He folded himself up and he mailed himself to freedom. So pretty awesome story. So this is a book. It's not by a Black author,
but it's by Gayo Fujikawa. She is an Asian illustrator and writer, and she wrote this book. It isn't about all Black people and Black kids, but it's very diverse. It has people from Asia. People from Asia. They have Black people, Indians, and just
as in Indian people from Asia. They also have Native Americans. So it is she makes sure she incorporates many different types of children and ethnicities in all of her stories, in all of her books. She used to actually work for Disney, which I found out in Vashti Harrison's book. which we spoke about. If you look a little bit below, I have some posts on that as well. Vashti Harrison has some great books about women in history. So she's included in that. And she also has some great books about Black men and women in history. So we also, we used to have those books in our home. We have given those books to our family, so they're in good use. So those are the only reason we don't have them. We wanted to make sure our little cousins got to read them, so that's where they are. This is Layla's favorite when she was a little girl.
It is Lola at the Library, and the reason why I liked it when I was younger was because she was a little black girl like me, and when I was younger, I liked to go to a library and read books and everything, so it kind of made me see myself in the book.
This book is by Anna McQueen and Rosalind
Beardshaw.
Yep, it's a great book. There's a couple different Lolas. Lola also becomes a big sister, so Layla had that happen as well. But it's a really cute book. Has really cute illustrations. And it shows diversity. So it's great for children starting out just to see other little kids that look like them.
The next
or
one
their friends
is Princess and the Pea, and there's this show on HBO Max. It's the show, and it has a bunch of different Disney clips or princess clips, and the Princess and the Pea are one of the movies. So like I was saying, this book is on HBO Max. It has a bunch of different stories, and this book is about a black girl. She was lost, and she went to this castle where there was a prince, and they took her in, and the queen said, if she's a princess, then if we get her on a bunch of mattresses and she can feel the pea, that's this tiny, tiny pea at the bottom, then she's a princess. And she felt it. So it's a really good book. I didn't really read it as much as I read the other books, but this was a really good read.
So this is by Rachel Isadora, and it's illustrated by her. So these are all, what you'll find is Rachel Isadora took a lot of very well-known nursery rhymes or stories, and she just put a different face on them. So there was just, you could see yourself. So Rachel Isadora also did Rapunzel, but this Rapunzel, instead of having long golden hair, has long locks. She has locks like I have them in my hair. But hers are long and strong, and it's the same story.
Just African Americans.
Correct. And then there's Hansel and Gretel. And once again, it's the same story. It's the same author. And she definitely does that. And so these are really cool books. The illustrations and the colors are great. And like I said, you can find these from Rachel Isadora. These are the same stories, but they're retold and illustrated just from a different perspective. So they're pretty fun where you can read one and then read the other and show your child. This is Layla's favorite that she just tried to grab. And
Favorite. And this is I'm a Pretty Little Black Girl. It has all the different skin tones
and shades.
You can see in the back. It has all of these, and I think it was really good representation. I used to name all of my cousins in this book because my family is a bunch of different colors, a lot of different colors.
We come in all shades.
And all shades of brown.
This book is by Betty K. Bynum, and it's illustrated by Claire Armstrong Parrott. But it is a beautiful book. It is funny to watch my daughter read this book.
Because I'm like, this is me, and then
this is my cousin, and this is this cousin,
and that's my other cousin.
So as you see, little brown girls, little black girls come in all different shades, and that is very well represented in this book. So it's super cool, super cute.
The next book we have is Hair Love, and this is actually illustration now. On CGI, I'm pretty sure.
It's a little movie. You can find it on YouTube.
And it talks about a girl, her dad, and her dad did not know how to do her hair. Like my dad. And he did a horrible afro. It was an afro. And he does not know how to do hair. And she really wanted to have really nice hair for school. So her dad figured out a way to do her hair. And yeah.
And the reason is it's a cool reason that he learns how to do her hair. This
They
book
watch a
is
video.
written by Matthew A. Cherry. And the illustrations are by Vashti Harrison. So once again, she's here. Vashti Harrison, the same illustrator we were talking about previously with the other books. She has some great art. So you can find her again. This is another remix. So this is a remix on an old tale. This is The Beauty and the Beast. So everyone knows this story, but they just take it and they have a twist on how the Beast and the Beauty looks. This is a retelling by H. Chuku Lee, and the illustrations are by Pat Cummings. Did you like this one?
Yeah.
Does your sister like this one?
She's not really into Beauty and the Beast. She likes Elmo a lot. That's what we basically read all the time.
But she likes the Hair Love book. She loves that one.
Yeah, she loves that one. And the Brown Girl one because she ripped the pages out.
We got you a new one. Don't put your sister on blast. Little sisters and little brothers, try not to tear up your big sisters and big brother stuff because they hold on to it and they get mad. So the Lives book, this is based on a true story.
And the Green book.
So the Green book is something that African Americans used to have to use when they were traveling to make sure that they were safe. So this is actually based on true events. It was a book filled with places they could stay, they could eat, and towns that were safe to go through when they were traveling, because it wasn't always like that. So there we have it. Those are our variety of books that we have that have representation in our home. Anything else?
Nope, I just really recommend all of those books.
They can't see you when you recommend it.
I just really recommend.
They can't. There you go.
I just really recommend all of these books. They're really good books, and I like them a lot.
What do you think about? Do you like that I buy you books?
Yes, I like that you expose me. Well, not expose, but expose me to different cultures and different books with different art styles, different illustrators, and all that.
So, what do you think you have gained from reading about people that look like you and also people that don't look like you? What do you think you've gained from that?
A lot of self-growth, to be like, not everybody is the same. Not everybody goes through what you go through, and you can't judge a book by its cover.
Okay.
Not really a book, but personally.
I know what you meant,
Mm-hmm.
but it fit in the book thing.
Yeah.
If you could tell all the parents or the kids one reason to read about different types of people and people that don't look like them, or even subjects. No, let's just start that. What's the reason to look at and read books that about people that don't look like you?
Because you can hear stories that people tell you about. Some people don't even experience it themselves, like stereotypes. And for you to look at a book and learn about a culture, it's different from your point of view, because not everybody has the same imagination or perspective or personality.
And so what do you think it does for you as a person to know more about other cultures?
I like a lot of other cultures' food, and it makes me know how to not offend them in any type of way, or how to respect them, or how they do things. So if I go out of the country one day, which I will,
Which you already have.
I already have. I will know how to not offend them, how to speak their language, and how they dress, and all the different cultures and the meanings of the clothing that they wear and the hair that they have.
So even if what if about stuff, when we read about stuff, even the stuff that makes you uncomfortable, why do you think it's important to read about those things, or things that are sad?
So you can know what to expect when that happens, for you to be safe and to know what to do. And at that point, you won't be scared of it anymore.
But what about the things in the past, like segregation and things like that? What about those things that make you uncomfortable?
A lot of people can change, and you can learn from that how to treat somebody. If you saw just somebody that didn't look like you or had a disability, you cannot go up to them and say, hey, you don't look like me, blah 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 blah. That's not nice. You shouldn't do that. So just being kind to people and not judge people because they don't look like you. You can have a bunch of friends that are not like you. Like I have a bunch of friends that are not like me.
You think that adds to your life?
Yep, it really helps me understand what they're going through and their cultures and everything else.
Well, there you have it. Kids are way smarter than we give them credit for. Why are you giving it the eyebrow? Where they're way smarter and they're way more ready to learn and be empathetic than a lot of adults. So if you want to make a change, if you really want the world to be better, it starts in your home with your kids and teaching them empathy, teaching them love, teaching them kindness, and letting them know life is different for different people and it's okay to be helpful. So that's all I got. And to be fair, anything else?
Nope.
Thanks. We've taken enough for you guys' time. Hope you add some of these to your collection. Bye. Oh, look.